The parable begins with a man walking across the field at dawn, his figure silhouetted against a rising sun that turns the horizon gold. His robe, simple and weathered from years of labor, moves with the morning breeze. Dust clings to his sandals, evidence of many miles traveled across the land. In his hand is a leather pouch, filled not with silver or gold, but with something far more precious, seed. With each steady step, he reaches inside, pulls out a handful, and scatters it across the earth with the rhythm of one who has done this countless times before. But not every seed lands where it should. Some falls on a hardened path, a strip of soil beaten down by countless footsteps, so compacted that no root could ever pierce it. Before the seed even rests, a shadow passes overhead. Flocks of dark birds swoop low, their wings slicing through the morning light. One by one, they devour the seed, leaving the ground bare once more. Jesus explained that this is the heart hardened by pride, bitterness, or unbelief. The word is heard, but never understood. Truth comes near, but never enters. Just as the birds snatch away the seed before it has a chance to live, the enemy steals the message before it can take root. It is a sobering picture, for it shows us how easily a heart can hear yet remain unchanged. Not because the word is weak, but because the ground is closed. Yet the sower does not stop. He knows his duty is not to choose the soil, but to cast the seed faithfully. His hand reaches into the pouch again, scattering grain across another stretch of land. This time, the seed falls on rocky ground, where a thin layer of soil hides a bed of stone beneath. For a moment, it seems like success. The seeds sprout quickly, breaking through the soil with fragile stems that dance in the light of the morning sun. To the eye, it looks promising, as if life is bursting forth in abundance. But below the surface lies the truth. The roots cannot sink deep. They find stone where they need depth, resistance where they need room to grow. As the day rises higher, the heat intensifies. The same sun that nurtures the strong scorches the weak. The young plants, shallow and unprepared, wither in the blaze. They die, not because they lack promise, but because they lack foundation. Jesus said this is the heart that receives the word with joy, even with excitement, but does not let it sink deeper than the surface. When trials come, when hardship or persecution presses down like the midday sun, this faith collapses. It had leaves but no roots, hope but no endurance. It is a warning to every believer that enthusiasm without depth, passion without perseverance, will not stand in the face of fire. Faith is not measured by the speed of its start, but by the strength of its endurance. Still the sower walks forward undeterred. His mission is not limited by soil, for his call is to scatter seed generously, without favoritism. This time, the seeds fall among thorns. At first, they sprout just like the others, pushing through the earth, reaching for the sky. But the soil here is not empty, it is crowded. Thorn bushes, sharp and invasive, rise quickly, wrapping themselves around the tender plants. The sprouts try to grow, but they are choked, deprived of sunlight, robbed of nourishment, starved of life. Slowly, they wither, overtaken by the stronger, hungrier weeds. Jesus revealed this soil to be the heart filled with distractions, the cares of life, the deceitfulness of wealth, the endless pursuit of pleasure. Unlike the rocky ground, the plants here do not die immediately. They live for a while, but they never reach maturity. Their growth is stolen one breath at a time. This picture is haunting because it is subtle. Few people abandon their faith in a single day. Instead, it is suffocated slowly, buried beneath worry, greed, and desires that seem harmless at first. The thorns are not always violent. Sometimes they are comfortable, ordinary, and familiar. Yet in time, they consume everything, leaving nothing but regret. It is the tragedy of divided hearts. Those who try to serve both God and the world, only to lose everything in the end. And then the final image, good soil. Rich, deep, and prepared to receive. When the sower's seed falls here, it buries itself into the earth, hidden for a time, unseen by the world. The rains fall, the sun warms, and in due season, life breaks forth. The sprout becomes a plant, the plant grows strong, and the harvest comes in abundance. This soil does not produce a meager return, but a harvest multiplied, 30, 60, even 100-fold. Jesus said this is the heart that not only hears the word, but understands it, embraces it, and allows it to transform every part of life. This is not faith that lives for a season and dies, nor faith that is strangled by thorns, but faith that endures, multiplies, and gives life to others. The parable closes with this truth. The seed is the same for all. The sower is faithful, but the soil determines the harvest. Every heart is a field. Every soul is ground for the word. The question is timeless. When God scatters his truth, what kind of soil will it find in you? Will your heart be hardened like the path, shallow like the rocks, crowded like the thorns, or open, ready, and fruitful like the good soil? The choice belongs to each of us, and the harvest will reveal what we have chosen.